should find him. I'm gonna eat him.
Episode
12.
12. We're back.
Welcome back, bro.
Thank you very much.
I had a good week this week, man.
I'm glad to hear that.
I hope you had one too.
Yeah, well, New Year's right around the corner.
Yeah, this is the last episode of the year.
Yes.
All right. We have,
It's been a good year. We started this year, got 12 episodes out.
we're getting in the groove.
Hope you people have enjoyed them. But
The tens of you, the hundreds.
here we go. We got The Killer. I didn't even mark the year, but
1989.
1989. And we have
The Cook,
the
The Thief,
his wife,
Wife,
and her lover.
Mhm.
89 as well.
82, maybe?
I feel like that's late.
I don't know. Helen Mirren
me
was
look
real
it
hot
up.
in here.
Yeah, she
It had
was.
to be 80s.
Are you okay with starting with The Killer?
I am okay with starting with The Killer,
Okay,
yes.
cool.
Yes, sir.
So this was your recommendation?
Yes. Would you like to know why I recommended it to you?
Yes, I would love to know why. It was 89. So yeah,
89.
both
Oh,
89.
so both 89. Good. Well, I recommended it to you because they were both released in 1989.
Okay.
No. I just wanted to give you a an introduction into like Hong Kong cinema.
Yeah.
John Woo, especially my boy Chow Yun Fat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and this is a style. This is a style that he created
Yeah.
essentially. So I was like, you know what? Let's just get a popcorn movie going. One of the best, The Killer, 1989.
Yeah. So I liked it.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. So both of these, I watched like, I would say now maybe like 2 weeks ago, and I didn't rewatch, but
Yeah, I have more of a fresher perspective since I watched them today.
yeah. But so I watched it in the, I guess it would be the subtitled.
Okay.
I wish I watched it in the English because I
You think
immediately
so?
was like into all the Wu-Tang that I was like picking up on. I got some of the clips. Make sure I get the right one, hopefully.
You sang beautifully just now.
I sang for him, and he isn't here.
Yeah, and then
He looks determined without being ruthless.
Yeah.
Something heroic in his manner. There's a courage about him. Doesn't look like a killer.
Wow.
so yeah, I was really
I didn't
into
even
that.
know. I didn't even know
Yeah,
that.
I'm a big Wu-Tang fan, so
Oh shit! Shout out to RZA.
yeah, it's a cool movie. I actually was taking notes when I.
Really?
So the only other John Woo I've seen is Face Off. So all the birds, I was kind of like every time I would see the birds.
That's what he does.
Yeah.
he does that.
So I was inspired to watch Face Off because of like the famous Patrice Jim Norton conversation, and me and Michael actually watched it, and it was a good time.
I love Face Off.
But it's cool to see like his style before it becomes like
Americanized.
a joke of yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. Not too crazy of a story, you know, the eyes.
Nothing very complicated.
I
like
kind
the
of
drama
thought
in
I
it.
thought it was a little long.
Yeah.
Like basically I if you remember like when they get away at the airport and like his homie that betrayed him like kind of has his redemption because he
He gets the money back.
also he fools them into thinking he's him.
Yeah.
And like
yeah,
they
yeah.
kind of get away. I thought that was like the perfect ending right there.
Mm,
But then it goes like another.
like 30 or 40
Yeah.
minutes. Yeah.
But
Well, they had to have the big shootout.
I mean, they had so many. but yeah, it was good though. I liked it. Let me see what else I had. I really liked
glad you
homie's
liked it.
pinstripe suits. They were
Man,
all
that shit was hidden.
yeah, they were all
Yeah.
great.
Them 80s pinstripe suits.
I kind of was like, so in the end, the like Dumbo and Mickey Mouse.
Mickey
that was like
Mouse.
the main.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
Question.
Mhm.
What do you think about Chow Yun Fat as a leading man?
I thought he was good in this.
I thought he was smooth as hell in this
Yeah.
motherfucker. There are scenes when him and I guess Dumbo
Yeah.
are fighting together, and it's like there's a scene where he got to like lay on the couch and shoot a nigga, and he
Yeah.
like smooth with it. I was like, oh, I just love Chow Yun Fat. I think he's a great action
So
star.
like at the very end, it's what she like loses her vision,
Mm-hmm.
and what else? I'm trying to remember exactly what happens at the
They
end.
like crawl away from each other. They're in the rain.
Oh,
what I
yeah.
mean? He loses his eyes
Yeah.
as well.
He gets shot in the eye.
Yeah,
And then they're just like screaming each other's name. again.
basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Very dramatic.
Yeah.
I like that about it.
I
as
kind of
well.
was thinking like during the lead up, it was like, would this be a better movie if he fails?
Or if he like
Yeah.
succeeded and gets
Yeah.
someone cuts out the villain's eyes for her or some I'm glad you liked it, bro. Like, cause I thought some of those, like, to me, what I like about it the most is almost like Robert Rodriguez in a way where
Yeah.
it's whimsical to a point where, like, I know this man Clip ain't got that many bullets in it.
Yeah.
So I love the cartoony aspect it brought. It felt like a comic book in a way to me. But yeah.
Oh, yeah, and I really like all the assassination type stuff. That part was really cool.
On the boat?
Yeah, like that was probably like my favorite parts. And even like kind of the way that the guys that were like protecting the head guy,
Yeah.
the way that they know like he's not a good guy,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
still their job to protect him. And just the way that like he's like, okay, this guy he's a killer, but he's not on some BS. Like it's something about him that
got-
I liked it. I liked it. It was good.
It was good. Okay. I'm glad you liked it. If you like this, people out there, I'd recommend A Better Tomorrow.
Which is
and-
like that was like the name of a Wu-Tang album.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they must have really loved that movie.
RZA's a big
That's a great movie,
John
too.
Woo fan.
Hard Boiled as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So, John Woo. What would you, if you had to rate it? We don't even have to rate movies, but
I'm gonna give it.
rate it.
I'm gonna give it a nice, cool 75.
I respect it. I like a good 75. You know what? 75 is a good place to be for it. So I would also give it a 75.
All right. On
Yeah.
that note,
It's great.
1989.
We were still in the 89.
Yeah.
So-
it was a good year.
Good year. Hey, good movies too.
Peter Greenaway,
Mm,
The Cook, The Thief, His Wife, Her Lover.
that's right.
My recommendation.
Why did you bless me with this movie, sir?
So
What's going on?
sometimes it's just like movies just keep coming up. So I'm like, okay, let me check it out. So this one, the guy who did the score for this movie, I'm actually reading a book about experimental music, slowly but surely trying to finish this book. Michael Nyman, who I found out about listening to an interview with Jim O'Rourke. He was talking about how important that book was for him. So, and then I also saw that it was NC-17, and then I saw that there was this video that was on YouTube called something like When the Director Happens to Be a Painter.
Yes, I
And
can see.
I thought that I clicked on it. I was pretty sure he was talking about David Lynch or something, but he was talking about Greenaway, and he very quickly within the video he mentioned Wes Anderson and David Lynch. And then I was like, before I get too far in this video and he explains anything about the movie, let me just
knock
check
that
it out.
Okay.
So
Oh, okay. Did you finish that video?
I went back to it after I finished the movie.
Were some things you agreed with him about?
Yeah, and I actually saw another good video. But what did you think of the movie, firstly?
So I watched this movie today.
Yeah.
You know, I've had some time to marinate on it, but not enough, in my opinion. So my initial thoughts were, I hate this guy. You know, I hate this guy. Now I understand the objective story is in my opinion, like a love story, I guess.
Like an
With
affair.
affair
Yeah.
with the overarching like mafioso crime element thing.
Yeah.
But the main guy,
Albert
Speaker.
Yeah.
Tim Roth was there as well.
Yeah,
I really liked
he's
his
cool.
performance. He was just so slouchy and
Yeah.
like whatever. But my initial thoughts were like, God damn, this motherfucker needs to stop talking. Like I couldn't believe. But you know, I started getting to my.
He was kind of hilarious.
That's
though,
what
like-
I was. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I got in my wrestling
Like,
mind, and I was
just like
like,
everything he said was perfect.
He was healing it up.
Yeah.
He was healing it up. At first, I thought he was hamming it up, but I was like, nah,
But
he's
it's like
healing it up.
it's so
It's nonstop.
yeah.
It's great.
He was great.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Okay, I'm starting to like this guy because this is him.
Yeah.
There is no. Nah, he obviously has soft moments in the film here and there, but only when he absolutely has to be. But yeah, I loved his performance. You asked me what I thought about the film. I came around to liking it towards the end because actually towards the middle, because I realized that besides going to the book depository or whatever, it's really one set.
Yeah, I was like, it was around an hour. I made a note that I was completely hooked, which, yeah, I like movies that are one set. It's kind of like doing the most with the least, and I appreciate that. I watched some of the videos kind of afterwards talking about how his use of colors, like I'm
Fantastic.
how basically like in the back alley it's blue, in the kitchen it's green, in the dining room it's red, in the bathroom it's white, and kind of how like in the restroom it's kind of like their time together, and it's kind of like that purity. And even like when Albert comes in, he opens the door and it's like a whole white set, and then the red light from when he opens the door from the dining room is like coming in to like disturb it. And like even like when they move from one set to the next, like like their wardrobe will change, which I was like, wow, it's so
didn't
subtle.
notice that.
But and like all the costumes are Jean Paul Gaultier.
I was gonna make
Yeah,
note of
like,
that. I was like, this shit's stylish.
But yeah, the use of color, the use of like depth, all the panning shots, and
Panning's great.
like the even like the artwork, it's like you can tell he's like a guy who's
into the visuals way
into
more.
the visuals,
The props, those two trucks full of rotting meat.
yeah,
it
in the
looks-
alley, like
Yeah.
and like how the real dirty work happens in the alley, you know, like the opulence and like the red kind of like showing his like desire, you know, and like even with Michael,
Yeah.
he wears like the brown suit, and like his apartment when they leave, like it's all brown.
It's all brown. Yeah, yeah.
The use of the music, just like everything, like the kid when he's singing, and like when they finally address it, like enough already.
Oh, I'm glad you felt that way.
Wash away my iniquity. It's I love
I felt
it.
that way since note one of that boy.
Yeah.
I said, shut this. But how'd you feel about this? Is the thing that shocked me, folks. Helen Mirren. Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
yeah, boy. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I like these.
So another thing that I love in movies is like when like I kind of know an actor or actress, and like it actually makes me love them. Like so this movie just made me love her. Like
yeah, I did as well.
she's amazing in this.
She's a good fit for this. I liked mostly everyone in this film. The cook, his role to me was understated in a way. I mean, I guess he was there, like, but he was never like a focus to me until the
Yeah.
very end.
They kind of talked about him too, like kind of how he was like the protector,
Oh, okay.
and how like he's always wearing white until that
Yeah.
very end scene where he wears the black,
Oh,
where she serves him up.
oh shit.
But I love that scene with him and her in the kitchen where
Mm-hmm.
he's just like
Nah, I don't
she's
wanna
like
do it.
pleading with her, and the way like the tension builds up, and he's like, you think that this will reconnect you with him, and it's not how it's gonna work. And she's just like, no, you got it all wrong. I don't want to eat him. And he's like, oh
Yeah,
let's do it. And it just like breaks, and you're like, yeah, let's do
Yeah,
it.
let's do it. Yeah, I like that aspect as well.
So-
I mean, it's a really
One of the videos that
good film.
I didn't know that we were going to record till today, but I watched this one. Ari Aster, who did Hereditary, he was kind of talking about how he saw his dad. This movie kind of really upset his dad, so he made a point to like sneak it from a video store, and he kind of feels like it's been like a main influence, and that made me want to watch Hereditary. I think Did he also do Midsummer?
He did Midsummer, yeah.
That's the one I've seen.
Yeah.
And something about the Johnsons. Or...
Yes, he did.
Yeah. So I would check out Hereditary, kind of based on that.
I haven't seen it either, so
Cool.
that'd be a first for us.
And then what else? I watched this other really cool video that kind of got into like the politics of the movie. And it was a kind of a recent video, like within I think it was only 3 months ago, but it was kind of talking about how it was I think it was called, the name of the movie, Cook the Thief, The Wife is Lover.
Right.
Rebuttal to Thatcherism. So like,
Margaret Thatcher?
yeah, that time was like, I guess she was all anti-worker.
Oh,
And
okay. She's on that.
she kind of talked about how Albert Speaker represented the embodiment of the Thatcherite capitalism, with like how he's all about the money.
Yeah.
And like, he's kind of just like this Bane, anti-intellectual type.
Very much oafish.
Georgina, how she represented the marginalized voice of the resistance.
Okay.
You know,
She's still with him, though.
yeah, but it's like, because it's like, you know, the people are still with their leader too.
Gotcha.
but
gotcha. I get
but the affair represents her
it.
resisting. And then like the scene where Spica kills Michael, like with his books, like, you know, like the death of intellectualism. She was like really going in. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, she's, you
Yeah,
know,
it's-
and then
it gets
even
deep.
to like the end point where it's like the ultimate revolt. And, you know, I was like, okay, I'm letting her cook.
Letting her cook. You know what? I was also thinking, on a much dumber note, I really wish they would have made him eat the whole body.
Yeah. Oh, I actually did get, let me see.
Try the cock, Albert. It's a delicacy.
Oh, and I didn't get the part right after, and she's like, and you know where it's been. Yeah.
Great dialogue.
And I love that it's like so British, you know. But
Oh
it's
my
like,
God, yes.
you know, it's
That's
still
at first that's what I didn't like about it. Because
Yeah.
Speakers is so like I damn near needed subtitles. And
yeah,
couldn't
I
find
did
them.
have subtitles, but
Oh, you lucky boy.
yeah. But he's hilarious.
I like that he had his mom there.
Yeah,
That old lady.
yeah, like
She's
getting
such-
drunk.
Yeah.
And even just like the way that they find out, it's just such a crazy movie. The way that she's like, no, it has to be here. Like it has to be to embarrass him. And
What do you think about like? I thought it was strange. It felt like a stage play at some scene, at some points.
yeah,
you
with
know,
like how much it relies on the lighting
and
and
the set.
the depth and the sets. Yeah,
Right, like when they were having sex in the kitchen and they're covering them up
Yeah.
with the curtains and shit. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I like that.
yeah.
It was cool. This is a
And
good recommendation.
Yeah, I saw a clip and it was kind of Mr. Greenaway talking about how he doesn't necessarily go for realism. He's like, it's a movie, you know.
Oh, you
It's
don't
like
say.
take it for what it is. Like, and I think that's kind of part of the freedom of the medium. You know,
Yeah,
you don't have to. It's not a documentary. It's a movie.
It's a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's allowed to be ridiculous if
Yeah.
it wants to be. It
Yeah.
kind of reminded me of you're gonna hate me, Cool World, just a little bit. Whimsical. You've never seen it, I know.
Cool World.
Yeah, it's like the rip off Roger Rabbit. in a
Oh,
way.
okay.
Yeah, directed by Ralph Bakshi.
Oh, cool.
But it was just very animated to me, very whimsical.
Yeah.
And I did enjoy that aspect of it.
A little bit. It kind of had some scenes where it like reminded me of V for Vendetta. Just kind of like in the British tone, and like
Oh, I get what
there's
you
like
mean.
one
Yeah.
character I think who gets like sacrificed for helping Natalie Port, like the dude who like is all into art and everything.
Yeah, that
I
guy.
think he gets killed or something. It kind of,
It
but
re-
I would watch this.
It really
before I would
did
watch that again.
remind me of like that guy that was their Rush Limbaugh guy, and he was like, something, England
Yeah,
first.
England prevails.
Prevails, yeah.
But yeah, I loved it. I would definitely watch more movies by this guy. And
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing his catalog. You know, this was a pretty good.
oh, I
first
didn't even realize
introduction.
that Albert was Dumbledore.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then I also saw that like
Hmm.
all of the names were like the names of the characters were
Mm-hmm.
the actors that he initially had in mind,
Really?
and the only one that the chef ended up staying.
Oh, that's why his name's Richard.
And
Ah.
but what some I think Albert was supposed to be someone else, I think.
Right.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah,
Hmm.
I kind of messed that one up. I don't really remember exactly what it was, but something like that. Like he had ideas for all the
Yeah,
characters,
yeah.
and he didn't get any of the actual people
Right.
except for the I think the chef's like his real name might be, or
His real name's Richard.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he's actually him.
So probably the guy that played Albert was named Albert something.
Oh
You know
yeah, I
what
think
mean?
yeah,
And then Georgina was Georgina something.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
okay. I can
but he
see
didn't
what
get the
did.
actual people he wanted.
Well, that's different.
Some like some British actors named
yeah.
Georgina something else.
yeah. Georgina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you had to give it a rating,
I would give it I give it a cool 83. 83.
I'm not mad at
Respectable
that.
83. I like Tim Roth's exit, by the way, when the big black chef comes and picks him up and just takes him off screen.
Oh, I kind of forgot about that.
I was wondering what was gonna happen to him. He fucking picks him up. Anyway, a respectable 83. You know what? 84. I like
Okay.
even numbers.
Oh yeah, and like another thing with the whole Thatcherism was just like the way he was abusing all the workers and all of that. Like
Yes.
that was a huge thing. Like
Mhm.
shutting down the unions, like all the police versus workers strikes and
I
all
can
that.
see that him being
Like him being the symbol of Thatcherism and
Yeah.
capitalism, and how it's like just this hungry monster that's
Mhm.
insatiable and
Mhm.
yeah.
ever annoying, ever talking. and-
Yeah.
Oh my god. Look at here.
So in the way that it's like a political film that's like not political,
Yeah, it's not.
Um,
yeah.
and it's like a horror that's not a horror. It's a comedy that's it's like so many
Yeah, there's
things.
a lot going on.
I'm gonna say a nice, cool 88.
Respect.
Yeah, I really liked it. Can't wait to watch another movie by Peter Greenaway.
I would definitely check out another one of his
Yeah.
films because I'm interested in seeing what else he can get into.
Yep.
Yeah, good shit this week.
Last episode of the year.
That's right. We're going into 2025.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll be a good one. We'll be back with some more movies
That's right.
and maybe something else. We'll see.
Surprises.
Surprises for the new year.
Ah, on my.
Try the cock, Albert. It's a delicacy.
You sang beautifully just now.
Skillet. What?
I sang for him.
He looks
And he is-
determined
I
without
sang-
being ruthless.
And he is. I sang for him. And he
Something
is.
heroic.